I'm on Esmond for Winners and Winers, just one of the many sports prognosticators, pickers extraordinaire here on the channel, helping to make you a better. Well, that's what we're trying to do anyway. Just letting you know. Remember, hit the bell, like us, subscribe, give us your comments on the videos, even the snide ones. We like to communicate with you and stay in contact. So, also go to the website as often as you can. You are going to find opportunities there to, well, get picks that you'll want. Anyway, Rod Esmond here. The Reverend Rebels of UNLV travel across the country to South Bend this Saturday to take on the Irish in a day game under the watchful gaze of Touchdown Jesus. Anyway, this is going to be the first meeting between these two teams ever. NBC, in their wisdom, is streaming the game only on Peacock, which like 5 people get. So a lot of people not going to be watching this game, but still entertaining if you're going to get it. And it's good betting. Here's why. The Irish started slow with losses to Ohio State close and then losing at home to Marshall, which, yuck, really hurt. But then, they kind of reeled off some wins, getting somewhat back on track, including a win against ranked BYU. And then last week, as 17.5-point favorites, they lost to the crappy Stanford Cardinals squad. Coming into the game at South Bend, the Cardinal defense had been shredded, allowing about 33 points per game, more than 400 yards in offense per contest. Stanford's defense had been bottom 25 in run defense, ceding 207 yards per game, ranking 11 worst in the FBA. What did the Irish do against them? Nothing. Stanford held Notre Dame just around 300 yards of total offense and 12 points. Barf. Stanford concentrated on taking away tight end Michael Meyer, and by the way, it stymied the Irish offense. Notre Dame has very little at wide receiver. Stanford took away the one weapon, and there you go. That was the tale of the game. By the way, coming into that game, the Stanford Cardinals were 0-5 against the spread in their last 5 road games, and they were 1-4 against the spread on the season. The Irish had covered 50% of the time. Now they're covering less than 50% of the time. Now the UNLV Rebs, well, they're 6-1-1 against the spread in their last 8 games following a double-digit loss at home, which they had last week. And they're 13-3-1 against the spread in their last 17 games after allowing more than 40 points in their previous game, which they did last week. UNLV has gotten run off the field in the last 2 games. They lost 42-7 to Air Force last week and 40-7 to San Jose State the week before that. Sounds crazy to say this, but Air Force and San Jose State might be better than Notre Dame right now. Air Force has the leading rushing offense in the nation, plays hard-nosed defense. San Jose State is 4-2 with road losses to Auburn, any team, West Coast going to the SEC. And they also lost to Fresno State in kind of an ugly game. And Fresno State kind of sucks, so that one's bad. For the last 2 games, UNLV, however, has been without their starting running back, quarterback, and a key defensive weapon in their sack and rush leader. It's likely all 3 are back this week. With the starting QB and running back in the game, they won 3 out of their first 4 games. And, of course, people would say, well, yeah, but not against a defense like Notre Dame. But Notre Dame's defense barely ranks in the top 50 in the country and gives up 22 points per game. And UNLV only gives up 27.5. According to ESPN, Notre Dame offense averages 23 points per game and UNLV offense 29. It's the spread, stupid, here. The spread of 27 is way too high, in my estimation. If UNLV scores 13 points, Notre Dame has to score 41. I don't know if Notre Dame can score 41 points on an empty field right now. That's how much they suck on offense. They haven't come, except for the game against North Carolina, where they scored 45, they haven't come close to 40. By the way, the Tar Heels defense is historically bad, allowing 32 points per game. Look, take the Rebels of Nevada, plus 27 in this game, bottom line. Remember to like us, send your comments, hit the bell, subscribe. You'll get an alert every time I put out a new pick. And you can get more great data in my website starting next week at steertheline.com. And by the way, check out the Steer the Line YouTube show live Friday nights at 5 p.m. PST. You can hear the thoughts of Christian, who's producing now. Rocky, and well, if Jeremy comes back, plus we have special guests, like we have the sports manager of the Snoqualmie Sportsbook and Casino on the show tonight. I'm Esmond for Winners and Wonders, trying to make you a better